Having a good right-hand rhythm is only half the battle for guitar players. Learning to fingerpick correctly is the other half. Fingerpicking is the individual articulation of the strings using the thumb and first three fingers. This is the age-old craft of classical guitar playing, and it's an exacting science. But fear not, it's not as difficult as it may seem. First off, the thumb will play any note that occurs in the bass. Bass, of course, are the 6th, 5th, and 4th strings. Alright? So, all the bass notes are played with the thumb. That leaves 3 strings and 3 fingers. The 4th finger is just too short to be of a lot of use to us. Sometimes it is played in a strum, or some guitarists actually have figured out how to use it in their technique. But for us, thumb, 3 fingers. Thumb plays the bass. The 3 fingers play the first 3 strings. They will at times come down to the second 3, but that's a little further on in this tape. All right, we're going to be on an A minor chord. So the bass on the A minor is the 5th string. And if you look at me, what you'll see is the thumb is in front of the fingers. Here, we have the thumb directly on top of the fingers. And this is not how your hand should be, because what will happen is the thumb plays with a downward motion. The fingers pluck upwards. If the thumb and the fingers are on top of each other, they can't operate efficiently. The thumb will hit the first finger can't come up, the hand is twisted around. It's just not a good way to be. So in everything we do, and this is very important when it comes to finger picking, the thumb must always be in front of the fingers. Now if you would like a good rule, the thumb should be approximately the center of the sound hole, and this gives you a deeper bass sound. You'll notice that if you play a bass note and gradually move the hand towards the back of the bridge, you'll hear the sound becomes much more trebly, because as it gets closer to where it's tied down, tighter, so it gets brighter. Now, the bass should be a deeper sound. So keeping the thumb about the center of the sound hole will keep the bass note sounding nice and deep. Now, the 3 fingers, they play approximately the beginning of the sound hole. So, the thumb and the fingers never hit. Now, there are indications as to what the fingers are called by using letters. And this is again classical guitar technique. The thumb is referred to by the letter P. First finger, the letter I. Second finger, the letter M. The third finger, the letter A. P, I, M, A. Now because the 3 fingers, I, M, and A, almost always play the first 3 strings, it's very easy to give combinations or patterns. I, M, A, I, A. Remember, I'm on an A minor chord. I, M, A, M, I. The only wild card is the thumb, because the thumb can play the 6th, 5th, or 4th strings. Now, throughout this course, we've referred to chords as having a bass note and an alternate bass note, and that the bass note was the strongest single note of a chord. Well, it works that way for the bass on the finger picking. On an A minor chord, the bass note is the 5th string, and that is what we would play with the thumb. So if I said to play P-I-M-A on an A minor chord, the thumb, or P, plays the 5th string. I the third string, M is the second string, and A is the first string. That is to say, I plays the third string, because I is the finger, remember, it's not the string. But I plays the third string, M plays the second string, and A plays the third string. So here is P-I-M-A. 1, 2, 3. Here's P-I-M-A, repeated. Now you'll notice that the fingers move very little. This is difficult at first. The tendency is to bring the thumb out, and you've got to rush to get it back, and then you've got to find that finger again. This is normal at first, but remember, your goal is to sit with the hand in a nice, steady position and to play with very little movement. You can't play quickly making big movements. You've got to play with the minimum movement principle. So here we go. The pattern we're going to use on the A minor chord is P-I-M-A-M-I. P-I-M-A-M-I. That's similar to House of the Rising Sun. Chords being A minor, C, D, F, A minor, C, E, A minor, C, D, F, A minor, E7, A minor, E7, A minor. Now throughout that song, the thumb played only the bass notes. A minor would be the 5th string, C would be the 5th string, D would be the 4th string, F would be the 4th string, and so on. Notice, as with the strumming, it's very important that the finger-picking pattern be smoothly without slowing down in between chord changes. For instance, the House of the Rising Sun does not go like this. Those are certainly the changes, the chord changes for House of the Rising Sun. But it is not correct until you can move smoothly which requires, of course, the chords changing on time and the finger picking to be nice and smooth. Now that was one pattern, P-I-M-A-M-I. Let's try another one. Let's try P-I-M-I.